Opinions surrounding Grant Cardone are diverse, let's say. Some love him, some think he's a scam, but he's charismatic and we can all see he is wealthy. But are his courses really that good? I mean, one can be skeptical. I get this. We want to have success. We know how education is important. We are willing to spend time and money to get the knowledge we require to succeed. And Grant Cardone knows it. His most profitable company must be his online courses company because of us. So again, are his courses good? One can be skeptical. A long time ago, I took this one course by Grant Cardone to learn to sell anything. It was on Udemy. At that time, I was a fan of Grant Cardone. I wanted to buy Cardone University so badly, but I couldn't possibly pay for the subscription. I didn't have the budget to pay for it because it costs $1,500 for a year worth of subscription. It's an investment and all, but let's face it, back then it was a lot of money for me and I couldn't possibly risk it. Actually, I'm not even sure I had $1,500. So when I saw that old school looking course by Cardone on Udemy for 15 bucks, I instantly bought. I mean, I was already planning to spend $1,500 to have what I saw as the privilege to get taught by Grant Cardone. So of course I bought instantly. And when I took it, it completely changed how I saw selling. Back then I loved it. It got me so pumped. I couldn't wait to go back to work and sell. And you gotta understand that back then I wasn't really working hard on when working as a salesman or when working on my YouTube channel, like not working hard at all. But after taking it, all I was thinking about was working to get to my goals. It really got me fired up. But again, it was my very first sales training, so I kind of thought that I knew everything, that I was some kind of expert in sales. Obviously I was being naive and a bit arrogant and really fucking far from the truth. Let's face it. So just a couple weeks ago, I was looking back at it and I wondered, was it really that good for 15 bucks? So I took the course again last weekend. And my verdict is clear. It's one of the best courses I've taken in my life. But it's also one of the worst sales training I could ever got. Learn to Sell Anything by Grant Cardone on Udemy is a course that teaches you how to succeed, how to think like a winner. But let's face it, you don't get much regarding how to persuade and techniques and tips to sell. Like, you don't get much when it comes to psychology. I mean, when rewatching this with more experience in sales and after reading a couple of books and taking a couple of courses about sales, communication, psychology, negotiation, I came to ask myself, does Grant Cardone even know that much of what he's teaching here? Could he have built this huge company without knowing that much about sales? Because I'm always thinking about my reviews when watching online courses, after taking a couple of Grant Cardone's courses, one day I called Alec. Alec, who's also making course reviews on the channel. I called him and I asked, man, is it just me or everything we learn about sales in his courses are always so basic? Is it just me or we don't ever really learn that much? After a couple seconds of silence, he agreed. So I asked, man, if he can't teach us much? Why does he have so much fucking success and we, me, you, everyone who's looking at our videos have so little? You know, when watching this course last week, I realized, get this, Grant Cardone is one of the most fucking hard-working person you ever met. Period. He has that incredible mindset for success, and he worked his ass off day after day for weeks, months, then years and decades until he finally succeeded with what he knew. And what he knew wasn't nothing, okay? Grant Cardone maybe isn't a genius, a master salesman, but he is good at many things. I'm not saying he's an idiot. Can't have that much success without knowing a lot of things. But what you see when watching Grant Cardone's YouTube channel or when watching his online courses isn't a genius. It isn't mastery. What you see is the result of hard motherfucking work and a great mindset for success. It's obsession. That's what you see. I think mindset is one of the hardest things to learn. Mindset basically is everything you believe in. Mindset is the way you are used to rationalize when you are having a hard time or when you have to make difficult decisions. Mindset is your state of mind. Mindset is all of that. It's the most powerful tool for success. With hard work and a great mindset, you could achieve almost anything you want. I don't want to sound like those over-optimist, positive speakers. You know who I'm talking about. It's quite the opposite. Not that positive. I'm talking about real hard motherfucking work and great attitude. This is not easy to get and this is not easy to maintain. So how the hell do you learn that? You know, many successful mindset teachers are famous because they are a rare species. It's really hard to teach mindset. And that partly explains Grant Cardone's success. If for one thing Grant Cardone is a genius, it's for teaching mindset. God, he is good at that. When getting this review ready, I had a really hard time to watch Grant Cardone's course. I couldn't stay focused. And you know, when you're studying every day, some days it's really hard to stay focused. Some days you even have to force yourself to watch the course. You rewind every minute to really get the point because you're not focused. Sometimes it's hard. But last week, it wasn't because of that I wasn't really focused. When watching this course, I had a hard time staying focused because Grant Cardone got me so fired up. And he was going too slowly. I couldn't just sit and watch it patiently. I wanted to produce more. I wanted to create concrete stuff for my YouTube channel. Actually, nothing was going fast enough. I couldn't stay passive. Even though I disagree with most of what he teaches about sales, I think that most people should take that course. I think you should take it and you should listen to Grant Cardone's lessons and see how a great attitude, a great mindset, and hard motherfucking work can totally change your life. I've got to say, it's a really old course. It probably was a VHS that has been reused as an online course. And know that the other Grant Cardone's courses I took were about wealth. So I couldn't say if Cardone University is a good choice if you want to master sales. I'd be a bit surprised if it is, but I mean, it's possible. Go take it. You got nothing to risk. If you don't like it, ask for a refund. Udemy will refund you. The link is in the description. I cannot promise that it will completely change how you view business and sales. But what I can promise is that it's gonna get you fired up. Tell me in the comments below, what do you want us to review next? Go subscribe, hit the like button. Keep learning and growing every day, and I'll see you next week.